All right, guys, so I am super excited about this training. I don't know where I would be without Courtney. Yes, she's my assistant, but seriously, with the graphics, you guys, if you look way back, which it would take a while to do, and you look at my graphics from like when I first started coaching up until now, they've gotten so much better, and it's not because I've gotten better, it's because I've brought on an amazing assistant that just has the eye for doing amazing things with graphics. And the cool thing about it is that she's using a tool that all of you guys can use as well. So I know that we all need this kind of training because let's face it, your storefront is how you put your images out there. And just by doing a few little tweaks and learning how to use a tool that is free for you, or you can upgrade it, I believe it's like $10 a month, Court can give that information, I'm sure, you can create these beautiful graphics for your business, and that's going to show people that you're professional, okay? So this is a tool that you need to have in your toolbox for your coaching business. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand over Courtney. I really feel like she's like my baby sister, so I'm really excited to watch her on this training. And Court, I'm gonna hand it over to you.
All right, well, thank you so much. You're absolutely a sweetheart. And I don't know where I'd be without you either. So just to warn you, I am the only one here with my baby. So if he needs me, I will have to go grab him, but he should be fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen and get started. And before anybody asks, because I have been asked this a million times, no, I did not go to school for this. It's something that my heart has always loved doing, and it's just, I don't know, it's just something that I do. I did want to go to school for it, but what is going on? Can anybody see the screen? You can't see it?
I can see it, but it's a ton of little tiny ones. I'm sure I'm sure it'll load. Let's see.
We'll just switch over to a different.
Okay, yeah, that'll probably work if you do a new one.
Okay. So, but yeah, I did not go to school for this. It's just something. My whole family is just artsy people, and this is just something that I do. So, Meg, if it's okay with you, I'm also going to share your Canva as well as mine, just so they can see the difference. Two different screens. So this is what mine looks like, and I actually pay for the Canva membership, and I think it's totally worth it now that I have it. I'm so thankful that I went ahead and took that step to do that for my business, because I don't only use this for my business, I use this for all kinds of stuff, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this little thingy that I created last night for you guys. It's just a guide to kind of remember, you know, what you're thinking when you're creating your graphics. So this is what I live by when I create my graphics, even for Meg's business as well. So the very first thing you want to think of is, what's the purpose of your graphic? Is it for a challenge group? Is it for a devotional? Is it for a free group, or just a fun post? So think of the purpose of it. The second thing is you need to have a vision. When you're creating your graphic, if you're like me, I literally create every single graphic from scratch. I don't use the templates, even though they are super helpful. I just don't use them. I like to have that vision in my head and be like, okay, this is what I want it to look like, and then I just do that. And then the third thing is think of your brand and your color theme. So I try for my graphics for my business to try to stick to the same-ish color theme, and the same fonts, stuff like that, so that people know that, you know, I'm collected, I'm together. It's not like all over the board with this and that. And if your personality is all over the board and this and that and poppy, then that's fine. For me, I'm very collective and structured and organized, or I like to think that I am. And I like soft colors. So as you see, this graphic is like that. So the fourth thing is be creative. If you have to sit and think about your graphic for more than 30 minutes, then get somebody to help you. It's totally cool. Even sometimes I will call my mom when I'm creating graphics for me. I'm like, hey, do you think of anything else I can do with this? Because she's just like me, and she's off the top of her head with stuff like that. And then, think outside the box. You don't have to make your graphic so perfect and pretty every single time, as far as everything has to be aligned. And it can be, all over the place, as far, like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It can be where, you have a circle here and a square here and a triangle there. It doesn't have to be circle, 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 if that makes sense. I know a lot of people try to stick to the same thing so it looks neat and clean, but you can make crazy shapes and different things look neat and clean. So be creative. And make sure that every single time you're creating a graphic, that you're pretending, and I do this for me and I do this for Meg, that you're pretending it is the most important graphic that you're ever going to create in your entire business. Every single graphic you create, just pretend that. And then every single graphic you'll create, you will feel like you put your whole art into, and you'll be super proud of that graphic. And then the fifth thing is just to create it. So that's kind of what I live by, and I will share this graphic in the team group after we're done. So with that being said, the membership, here's what your dashboard looks like when you have a membership. It's very similar to the free account as well. I don't know what this is. For the membership, really quickly, it's $120 for the year. So if you break that down, it's only $10 a month. It's really not that bad, guys, especially for what you are able to do in the membership. So let me go ahead and get started on, you have like all of these different options, and the dimensions are already set for you for whatever you need. And if you click this, you will see, I really don't know what that is, that's killing me. You will see all of these different options. You have, your documents, your blog. I mean, you can create an ebook right here, guys. You don't have to hire anybody to do that for you. It's super easy. And I'll go over, I just made an ebook for myself last night within 45 minutes. And it's for my free group that starts today. And it was just super easy. So I'll show you what that looks like. And then you have all this other stuff. So you have so many options in Canva that, like PicMonkey and Photoshop, like you can't do all this stuff in those programs. I am a photographer, and I also have Photoshop that I use occasionally, but when I really got hooked on Canva, I stopped using Photoshop 90% of the time. Maybe every now and then I'll create something in Photoshop, but everything I create, everything I create from Meg is solely in Canva. So last night I did this little number, and I'm going to share this with my my free clean eating group girls. And I'm so sorry about this. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know what that is. So that's the other thing. This is the one thing I can't see about Canva. So you see when I pull this up, it's like way over here. I don't know why it does that. I was told that once you fix that, like once you get it to where you want it, if you click outside the box, it saves it. But I don't think it does every single time. So you just have to be super careful with stuff like that. And then you can just save it. So really quick, I'm going to show you how cool this is. So here is the ebook that I created last night. See, and again, so here's my ebook. Okay. And one thing that you have to be super careful about is when you are using, I don't understand this. It's silly. When you are using photos of, like all of these are fixate recipes, but when you're using photos like the one I have here in the back, it's right here as well, make sure that when you put them in an ebook or anything that you share with anyone, because it can get shared by millions of people, and if it gets to the wrong person, you can get in trouble. You don't want that. So make sure that you cite the website that you get those pictures from. Okay, just a little quick tip. So something really cool here, like this right here, we all have different social media platforms. These are the three I use the most. And I actually, I don't know why, but I think this is just the coolest thing. I screenshotted my Facebook page, saved it as a photo, uploaded it to Canva, and this is actually a frame. This little phone is a frame, and I was able to put that picture in there. So it looks like I've got it together. So here's the cool thing. So if you go, let me just give you a rundown of these. You have your layouts. Okay, those are the templates that you get. A lot of them are free. You'll see that it says free. A lot of them in mine is free because I have the membership. So that's another perk of having a membership. Occasionally in the membership, you'll see one if I can find one. If not, then. Okay, so if you have the free account, not all of these will be free. It'll be like the first 6. And then you get down here and it'll have like a little dollar sign, which means you have to pay for it. I personally think it's a little silly to pay for those just because you can recreate it yourself. It's so easy. So, like if you know, like this one, I will start here with a little, just to kind of give you okay, so here's the layouts. If I want it to look like this, I just click on that picture and it pops up here. Now, you can change this. Now, if you're on a Mac, of course, the little keyboard is the Control or Command A for selecting it all. And you can change the font to literally whatever you want it to be. Okay, you can change the size, and you still get the same template. You can even move these little whatever around if you want to, you know, do something like that and move this up. Whatever you want to do, it's right there. It's so easy. So, and you can use these templates to guide you, or you can just start from scratch if you have that vision in your head of what you want it to look like. And there's times where in the past where I'm like, I don't really know what I want it to look like, but whatever. Then I will scroll through these and try to get inspiration. Be like, oh yeah, I kind of like that one. I'll select that, and then I'll move stuff around to make it look like what I want it to. So, with that being said, then you have the next thing is your elements, and then you can just actually, I want this to be funny. You can delete these little bad boys here and start from scratch. So in the membership, you get all of these options, okay? If you have the free account, which I will show you guys before we jump off, you just get the first 3 rows here that you see. So you get your free photos that you can use for whatever, which I also recommend using these as well if you're wanting, you know, like, I don't know, something like this or whatever, because if you use the wrong thing, I do use some things from Google, but I try to be super careful because if you use the wrong graphic again and somebody finds that picture and you're using it for business, you can get in trouble for that, and that's not okay. So what I did there is I just click this, it brings it down. If you want this to go away to look at something else, you just click it again. You have grids. I don't really use these a whole lot. I use these literally on every single graphic. And it has so many different options here. You know, and there's that little phone I found, just so you guys know. You just have so many options. You can put, you know, this here and go to your uploads. Super easy to upload stuff. You just click upload your own images, and it'll bring your files from your computer down, and you can just upload a photo. It'll walk you through it. It's super easy. And then, you know, you can just drag over, or you can click and put it in the frame, double click it, and it will pull it down so that you can crop it. Also, if you wanted to crop a photo, you just double click it and then click what you want to be seen, and there it is. So, let me think here. So we go back to elements. Okay, then you have shapes. I use this on every single graphic as well. So let's see here. We're gonna find, now the reason mine always pop up pink, this blush color, is because in the membership, you are able to set your own brand. You can create your own brand in Canva, and it's amazing. I am so glad that I did that. So, you can do whatever. Let me just show you that real quick while we're on that. So if you go back to your dashboard, you'll see on the left-hand side here, I have different folders. So anything that I use for Meg that I'm not able to do on the free account, I will create it over here and I put it in this folder for her. And that way I know those are hers, they're not mine. And I do make hers look completely different because her brand is her brand and mine is mine. So that's the cool thing about Canva. You can make it look like whatever you want it to. And then I have my brand graphics. So if you can kind of see, they all kind of have the same theme going on. So I'll take you to that little page. Here you can set your own palettes. Okay, these are the the 3 color palettes I use actually. These are the fonts of my brand so far. Still working on getting legal stuff worked out for that because you can't quite use fonts that you upload on social media for business if it's not purchased. So just be careful with that. Now, I use a thing that I got from Jen Richardson, and it is defonts.com. You can go there and download any font that you want to use that you can find. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fonts. It's outrageous. It's a little overwhelming, actually. And whatever you like, you can upload right here once you've downloaded it to your computer. So here's all the ones I've downloaded. And you don't get these with a free account. So another perk of having a membership. So there's your, this is what your brand dashboard would look like. And any logos that you wanted to upload, you can do that here. Speaking of logos, I wanted to go over as well. If you have the membership, and I don't want to keep spouting that out because the free account's really awesome as well. But if you do have the membership, you are able to create a logo. So I will show you that really fast. So let's say I wanted my logo, and we don't all have legal logos yet, but that's okay. So if you want, so we're just going to do something like this. And so you can change the size of whatever. A lot of times it's just a personal thing that I love. I love to stretch out the circles among the whole graphic. I don't know why, I just think that's super cute. So then I've kind of played around with the logo so far, and I have different things that I've worked on. But if you can create a logo, and let's do this so that you can see how to do that. So, oops. Okay. So this is my logo. It's not my actual logo, but let's say this is my logo. If I want, I can make it look a little better than that. And the other thing too with Canva that you don't get with any other graphic designing app is it aligns it perfectly for you. And if you're like me, I'm a super perfectionist. I have to have it like down to the dot, like it has to be good, or else I'm not good. So it has to be perfect, and I love that it aligns it for you perfectly. If I were to copy this and wanted it perfectly aligned, it does that for you as well. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's say this is my logo, and I want to download this. With the membership program, you're able to select transparent background. And then when you download it, the only thing I'll get is this pink circle with my name. And you can put that on another photo as your logo, or anything that you need a transparent graphic for, you're able to do that with that the membership. Okay, so let's go back here, and I want to explain these to you again really quick. So you have all those different shapes. I don't really use this much, but you guys can play around with this. Lines, I use these quite often. You have all different types of, just all different types of stuff. it's not the same thing. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, and you can change the color. That wasn't a good idea. You can change the color. You can change the size. If you want it to be super small, you can change that and make it longer, whatever. I mean, it just gives you so much option. And then, like I said, these other ones, I don't really use those. I really use these, the shapes, the lines, and the frames. And that's what you'll probably find yourself using a lot of times as well, just because in this business, I mean, we're not going to be wanting to put I love Canva on our graphics. So for that, just for that example. And then, so with the membership, you get like these options here. You get a fitness section that I look through sometimes, just all kinds of fun little things to do. And now, if you're on the Elements tab and you scroll, this you do get with the free account. You can have all of these options here. So let me show you this really quick. So again, if you want, you click that and it will pop up. Why isn't it white? Oh, because it automatically goes to my brand. I forget about that. Okay, so again, this is a kind of cool logo. So if I want it to be, the name of my fitness is FTF. So, and then I can like actually get rid of this if I wanted to and put a heart there, or that's not what I wanted either. Sorry. The undo button is amazing. So you can get rid of whatever you want in these little templates that are there for you to use. Okay, so the other thing really quick too is you're able to upload your logos on right here for a folder that is already there. One thing that I know in Meg's account when I use hers, the organized brain in me, like the perfectionist, I just want to sit through and go, okay, this is these people's pictures, this is her logo, and you can do that. If you're like me, you like to have things in folders and whatever, and you can create folders and organize those like that. Now, then you have the background. And you can change the color to the background. You can add texture to the background with these little things. And now with the membership, a lot of these are free. Again, though, with the free account, you get a lot of these for free. And if you scroll down far enough, you'll see that not all of them are free. There are some that's $1. And I think that's the most you'll ever pay for something at Canva is $1. So that's really not that big of a deal, but still not worth it when you can find something so simple like that on Google. All right, now I'm going to show you what Meg's account looks like really quick, because I want you guys to see what the free account looks like as well and all that you can do with it. Now, you can see hers looks a little different, okay? And it's got this blue background here. A lot of the graphics I make poppy and colory and stuff like that. Let's see. So this is literally, this will show you everything that has ever been created on her Canva account. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom and it will have everything there. Okay, as well as like mine. You can keep scrolling. Everything I've ever used Canva for is right there. It will not delete anything unless you delete it. So let's see here. I wanted to kind of show you guys how I actually create a graphic really quick. And then it looks like our call will be like 30 minutes, right, Meg? Right? Oh, okay. I just wanted to show you a couple of my graphics and wanted to walk through a quick one with you just to help you see how really, I mean, it's just so easy, guys. All right. Where is my little? So for the example, this one I created super simple, but it's cute for my free group, okay? And it's a cover photo. So how I did that was I go up here to the top. I'm like, oh, Facebook cover. So I click that, and you know, you can use, you don't have to, I do want to answer this question because I got asked this question. You do not have to use the Facebook post one for a Facebook post. You do not have to use the Instagram one for an Instagram post. You can create them and still use the whole photo. There's ways. You don't have to use those, but it's just there if you need it. So where did I go here? There it is. Okay. So a blank cover photo, again, so sorry about this. I don't understand what that is. And you have the templates over here that you can, kind of work with. Some people like the guide. I like to work from scratch. So I will, for me, this is something that I will probably end up using for another group. So you'll just see how I create it really quick. Whoops. Okay, so now obviously this is way too big, and you just stretch it out and you change the size. Okay, and the more you use Canva, the more quick you'll be, the more savvy you'll get with different things. Now for me, I personally don't like the way that looks with all caps, so I will do this. Okay, then let's see. I will, when I have my picture on there, and I know also Hannah Wheeler, is that her name? Janelle's assistant. She uses Canva for a lot of things too, and I know she uses them for, or uses it for the team call pictures, for the team hardcore pictures. So it's just super easy. The other thing I love about having my brand colors right there is they're literally right there. I don't have to search for them. If I were to, like it has this color code here. So if you wanted to have that exact color, again, you would just get the code from your color and then you just copy paste it right there. Or paste it there so that it would get the exact color. Okay, so then I'll put this there, I'll bring that down. And I want to have, you can also customize your brand fonts as well. If you guys notice, these are not the same ones that are, these are not the same ones that are on the side of next. So look at the text. You'll see they're different. And you can customize that as well. Okay, so let's just do, I don't know what 5 days would be. Oh my goodness. All right. So, and you can play around with this. I like to almost overlap text. I mean, if you guys look at Meg's graphics, I do it a lot. I just think it's super cute. Not quite feeling any of this. So I'll put this down here. Yeah, see? And you, like I said, you have to play around with it to see what you like. So there's that. Then I want them to be able to contact me without them having to be like, hey, what's your email? I want to send you an email. It's so weird. All right. So a lot of times I put my email on the cover photos like this or over here. Or, I mean, you could literally put wherever you want them. And then, let's see here. One thing I love about Canva too, see now Photoshop, one thing I was huge on Photoshop with was creating a drop shadow for my text because it just makes it look, I don't know, it stands out. And on Canva, there's not an option to say drop shadow, but you can do this. I'll show you exactly how to do this. So you'll take this and you'll copy it, okay? And I'll tell you a little trick to, when you go back on this cover photo, when you upload it later, to edit it or download it or whatever, if you make this the box the size of the font, if that makes sense, when you go back in here later, it's not going to be like way over here like you saw on my ebook. Okay, so I didn't do that last night. And for the most part, that works. That's the only trick I found to getting that to go away. Other than that, it's a glitch, I guess. Okay, so here's this. Actually, I'm going to make it this color. And I'm going to put it over top of this. And you have to play with it. Okay, you get the idea. Sometimes, you know, like for me, I found with the drop shadowing thing, you have to almost start over and create the text again and then put it on top. I don't know why, but for the most part, copying it and doing this works. Of course, it's not going to work when I want it to, but that's okay. So you get the idea. And then so we'll have here. Yep, that's how you spell it. And I'll center that. And then want to have another one that looks just like that and have 4 counts. And oops. Okay. And then so this is something that I would use within a group. And I just wanted to create this for you, just so you see kind of how I do things, so that you can, come up with your own little spin on things. And I'm going to go back to my circle because I love that. I don't know why. And now, one thing you can do is, if I want this, see, it's covering everything. That's kind of stupid. So if you hit back, these little dots here at the top, it will show you the layers, how many layers it has left to go. I want this all the way on the back. So I'm going to, set this to all the way on the back. And I actually want this to be a little darker. So I'm going to make this a little darker or whatever. So you see how simple and easy it is to create really cute graphics that pop, that get somebody's attention. Okay. Because I want this to work so you guys see it. We'll try it again. Okay, so that's better. There we go. And I can even make that to match the graphics down there. So you get the idea on how you create something. It's super simple, okay? Another one I'll show you really quick that I created for my free group is, oh wait, that's not the right one. I meant for my post for the free group. I'm sorry. Here it is. Super simple. You can see there I did the drop shadow. This little thing, because I know people want, these are like silly questions. I just want to answer all of them. That is something I got from defont.com. It was a calligraphy font, and if you type a number Some of the fonts don't have numbers. They have like little designs here. So that was that. I put a little graphic here, my little picture, and my name, and just a few little pinpoints of what the group is going to be about. And so you see how simple that is. And that probably took me 10 minutes, if that. And that is, that's doable. That's not bad on a graphic. So if I switch over to, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, this is very simple, but super, super silly. There's a free code. There's a code that you type in the search bar. I'll show you really quick. Okay, so this little search bar, again, you can type whatever, and why car came to mind, I don't know, but you can type that in, and here's a bunch of cars, or, weights, and then different stuff like that comes up. Some of it's free, some of it's not. So with that being said, there is a code that you can type in this search bar. I don't know off the top of my head, but I do have it written down, and I will post it in the comments below, the link to get on this call in the team group, along with the graphic I showed you in the very beginning. I will put that. And so if you put that code right here, it brings up every single free item that Canva offers right here to the side. And so let's see here. And one other thing I'll show you. It's not. If you hit Canva, it takes you back to your dashboard. So let me see. I know I just did something like this for her. Oh, I did. Yeah, so like this graphic here, these stars, they're obviously transparent. So what I did to get little things like that Canva doesn't offer, excuse me, I'm sorry, little things like that Canva doesn't offer, I will just go to Google sometimes. I know like gold foil is kind of popular. I will just go gold images transparent. And it will bring up, now some of them are like, you can't just download because they have stuff on them. Let's see, okay, that was a bad example. So if I do a lot of, one of the other things I use a lot is brush strokes for, I'll show you really quick, for like you'll see, like right there's one, right there's one. I'll show you, like this thing back here in the back is actually a brush stroke that I got from Google. Like just simple little things like that. I wanted to kind of show you those things so that you see, like you can see I've already Google back. So let's see. And to save you all the time, I would not care a bit to share those that I already have downloaded, just to show you, because it's going to take longer if I keep Googling it. Might be on my laptop. Okay, I'll show you in her. Okay. Let's start first. And I like these little things. So one other thing on Canva is if you want this to look exactly alike, you click this little copy thing here, okay? Or if you just want to add a new page, you just do that. So I am a fan of these. I don't know why I love them, but I do. So I just think they add something to the graphic. So there's that, there's this one. I don't know, they're just something cool about these, and they catch people's eyes. So I download those from Google. It's like that simple. But I can share those with you guys, you know, through Facebook or whatever if you don't feel like Googling them, because I had to search for different colors to get all these. So if I want, you know, like, let's see, want this to be here in the middle. And you can make this bigger. You can pull it to the side. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. And then you can change the... And I'll just show you this really quick too. Just for fun. There, you can do a backdrop. Okay. So just super simple things you can do. That's pretty much it with Canva. I mean, you just have to explore it and play around with things. You know, come up with your brand, come up with what you like. If I miss anything and you have a question, just message me. I don't care at all to take the time to message you back. Of course, it may not be right then because I have a little bitty one, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have? Oh, one more thing. You can create a PDF. So, like I was showing you, my ebook. I'm going to pull it up in my here. So when I send this to people, I say, here, you want my free ebook or whatever. I can just send them this little fun thing that I created. I will take that down a little bit. And this is what they see. This is the ebook they see. One cool thing that I found doing on Canva is, so I've set this page up to follow me. On Snapchat, I can't really send them a link unless they're on their phone, but I'm not going to know if they're on their phone or not to see this ebook. So I left the link out of this, and I left the link out of Instagram. But actually, I put the link for my Facebook page right here attached to this graphic. And I'm going to show you how to do that too. So if I click this, it will take me straight to my like page. Super, super fun, okay? So in Canva, let me show you how to do that super fast. It's so easy. Like I said, guys, there's so many things that Canva is good for that, I mean, you may even find more stuff like before I find it, and I sit around and play with Canva sometimes because I just think it's super awesome. So if I click this graphic here, sorry about that, guys. Let's do this. If I click this graphic here, I can click this little, looks like a link thing, a link chain. If I click that, you can see I've already put my link in there. If I wanted to link the button as well, and where I got these buttons was right here on Canva. I just typed in buttons, and I'll show you that in a second. But if I want to link Facebook, the button Facebook to my Facebook, I would just type my URL right there and hit apply, and it applies it to the button. Okay, or whatever graphic you have on there, it will apply it to. So real quick, how I got these little buttons, because I'm sure some people want to know. Let's see. Just type in Facebook, and all kinds of little things come up for Facebook. Same thing with Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever else anybody else is using. So like I said, super simple. I think that is everything. If I missed something that you have a question about, or if, Meg, there's something that you thought I was going to go over and I didn't, or whatever, just let me know, and I would be happy to, just making sure, I'd be happy to go over that. I will send you guys the free code link that I was talking about. I will also send you the graphic that I showed you in the beginning of kind of how I go, a guide that I've used to go by on how I create my graphics with a vision in mind. So I think that's everything.
Courtney, that was so good. Like, I didn't know half the things that you could actually do.
So much more. There's just so many things in there. So.
Yeah, you guys, and I know at first it might feel foreign, but just give yourself some time to play around with it. And I know I saw a question from someone, I think it might have been Kate, about the app. Do you ever use the app?
Oh, yes. So I do. I use the app. I don't know if it is for, I'll just show you guys. It looks, if you can see this, the little app on iPhone looks the same as the C on the computer. So if you're looking for it, that's what it looks like. It's a free app on your phone. If you have the membership, it has a little bit more to do, but not much more as far as the phone goes. I use the app if I'm in a pinch. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I make sure I have my computer handy when I'm creating a graphic because you can just do so much more on the computer. So
I agree. And yeah, even just having the app on your phone to grab the graphic if you need it, guys, is always helpful. But Courtney, so many tips and suggestions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, I will put the recording up in the team group after I get it uploaded. As soon as Zoom uploads it, I'll upload it to YouTube. I'll get it to you guys. Courtney, thanks you so much for giving your time. Hopefully you guys got some helpful tools to start applying ASAP. And guys, have a wonderful day. If I don't see you at Summit, make sure you take advantage of the live streams, okay? All right.